real estate, music, interviews, surfing, conspiracy theories, or alien abductions. Ready to main character your own content? We can make it happen with Turnkey Podcast Productions from 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. Our local, modern, state-of-the-art multimedia recording studio is now available for booking, starting at just $100 an episode. Take your fandom to the next level. For more information, text the keyword studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio 215-6290 or jam over to ESPNPC.com. Bruh.
Powered by Panama City Toyota. WGSX Lynn Haven WVLQ Port St. Joe. The Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Lights, camera, action.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
No, yeah.
Hot tub, I'm full of water. I stay hot tub, stay very, very, very hot. Stay hot tub. Gonna get you hot. I'm gonna make you wet. Stay hot tub. Rub it up with me. Shall I get the hot tub?
Yeah.
Will it make me sweat?
Yeah.
Shall I get the hot tub?
Yeah.
Will it make me wet?
Yeah. Good morning and welcome on an absolutely beautiful day here in Paradise. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We got set up for you today. Everything you need to know about South Walton baseball. Coach Nick will be on here in a second. There's 7:15. Coach Jones, Arnold High School baseball. 1 year ago today, actually it's 1 year ago today, 1 year ago yesterday on Sunday, March 1st, 2007, 19 years ago, something terrible happened. The Enterprise tornado destroyed Enterprise High School. The stadium killed students.
All right.
And I remember we raised about $2,000. Our football team did. We took it up there, gave it to the principal, the superintendent. The old superintendent was there, great guy. Tommy Santamite and I went up there, and they showed us, they took us around the exact same place they took President Bush the day before. Mm-hmm. And it was unbelievable, the damage. In one classroom, everything's destroyed, and there was one desk, paper, pencil, and book on top of the desk. Nothing moved. They said that's exactly what it was like we walked in here. Wow. We were like, you got to be kidding me. Yeah. Everything destroyed, that paper, pencil, and everything right there. We'll get back to this in a minute. We got Coach. Let's bring him on, the South Walton superstar coach. Nick, what you doing this morning?
We had to wake up and answer the phone.
Nick?
That's right. I was going to tell you, Bay High our student government took a truckload of stuff over there too, and I think everybody in the county did. So, but
nobody but Arnold took them cash, 2,000. Okay, nobody. I looked it up.
Well, yeah, but you're supposed to take all of it.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. So,
well, there's always a service charge. You know that. We got Coach. Coach.
We don't know. Have him call us, I guess. Can you?
We got him. We just got to get it. Nick, don't hang up. We're working on it. We're working on it.
Hey, I want to give it a public service announcement. If you're trying to reach me on my phone this morning, I don't have it.
Nick.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, what's up, Big Daddy? How you doing?
Hey, not much. I'm outstanding. Just smiling on my way to work this morning, drinking my coffee. We had a great weekend up in Hoover. We went up to that Perfect Game High School Invitational, won that thing this last weekend.
Did you won it?
All
Good
right.
job.
Yeah, we did. We had a great week, Coach. We went 5-0. Started off, we had a grinded out game up Monday night in that cold weather at Chipola. We went up and played Cottondale, and they pitched really well. They kept us off balance for several innings, but wound up winning the game 4-0. We went up there and pitched Johnny Holstaff, come through all our guys to keep them fresh and ready for our big performance up in Hoover. Sometimes the psychology of that, maybe you're not as focused or what, cold weather, but tip your cap to Cottondale. They pitched well. It's 1-0 going into 6. We wound up scoring 4 runs in the 6th inning and won that game. Monday night, and then we were in preparation for Hoover. We left Thursday morning at 8 o'clock. We're supposed to play Thursday night up in Hoover, and the rain came through. They had some bad thunderstorms Thursday night, so they bumped us to Friday. So we played a doubleheader Friday, doubleheader Saturday. So 11 a.m. Friday morning against Hazel Green, Alabama. Probably 75 to 100 pro scouts there right behind the backstop watching our pitchers. Coleman Borthwick was outstanding. He threw 4 innings, shutout, no hits, 92, 96 miles an hour, good feel, good slider. He had a couple big hits there. Coleman had a double and a home run. Carter Hawk had a double. Vaughn Howard had a big double. We were up 4-0 in that game, and we had to hold on. Hazel Green made a big rally comeback, and Jace Cunningham got the close in that game. Wound up throwing about 40 pitches, so that burnt him for the weekend. But Hazel Green was a typical Alabama team, really scrappy and athletic, and they never quit, and they played us tough. So we battled through that adversity, won the game in a big moment, bounced back. That evening at 5 o'clock Friday night, we played Chelsea, Alabama. Denton Lord got the start, another packed house full of scouts. Denton was electric. He's 93, 97, good fastball. Good command of his off-speed, had a good curveball and slider working. Outstanding job. So we won our first 2 games Friday. Rolling into Saturday, we have to win 2 to win the tournament. We played the team called the Bennett School. The Bennett School is a new academy opened up in Texas, very similar to an IMG academy. They had 17 players committed to Division I programs. So a bunch of Texas A&M, Texas State, Oklahoma State commits, and our guy Griffin Loy had an outstanding start. He kept them off balance. Griff's low 90s, 89 to 92. He's got good two-seam fastball and slider, and he did outstanding. He gave up a 2-run home run in the first on a great pitch. I mean, the kid, the Reeder kid from out there, hit a great pitch. But he settled in and really command the zone and stayed very focused. And we battled and battled. We had great at-bats. They threw a Texas committed us that was absolutely electric. He was up in 93 himself, a wipeout slider. But we kept battling and battling and battling. And this is where I think our team's coming together. We know we're talented. We know how skilled we are. It's how do you handle the adversity, and how do you come together when everything's going against you? Maybe you have a couple tough calls that go against you or tough plays, and we just kept banging, kept battling. Parker Grancy came in, Vance Kirby came in and got a good hold in the sixth inning. Parker Grancy came in the 7th, and that game went 8 innings, Coach. We went into extras, tied up. I believe 4-4, and we blew a chance to win the game in the bottom of the 7th. We had bases loaded, no outs. We went pop up, ground out, fly out, didn't score, and overcame that little bit of frustration. We got a hold. Parker held them in the top of the 8th. We were the home team. We came back in. Parker Granson got a leadoff triple. They walked the bases loaded again intentionally and tried to get a force out at home, and I said, I'm not watching this again. We went suicide squeeze and walked them off in a really big moment for our team there. To beat a team of that caliber in that environment, that put us in the championship game, which was played at 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock yesterday, or Saturday afternoon, I should say, we played a team, North Broward Prep, from down south. Now, it's very interesting. North Broward Prep's in our classification. We're 3A as well, and they had a great athletic bunch of teams. But I think by 4 games, every team's running low on pitching, and I like our team as much as anybody with our depth and our talent. So we threw a pitcher, Lyndon Flannery, and he had a short kind of pitch count. So he had about 2 innings he could go, and he gutted through it. And wound up having to go to a JV pitcher so far, hadn't pitched at all on varsity. We went to Justin Didier, and he threw 3.5 gutsy innings and it was a very tight strike zone. You know, sometimes I don't know why these umpires shrink the tight. It's like you had to hit a skull can to get a strike in there. So Justin just filled up the strike zone and went right at them. Played great defense. So we actually were up pretty big in that game, and North Broward fought back. It was 9-6. Big hitters in that game. We had Vaughn Howard hit a home run. Drew Igu hit a big-time home run to help separate that score. And Coleman Borthwick got a home run. So big-time win for us. You know, going up and being able to play in that environment and play well with all eyes on us. Very, very, very exciting. So I'm proud of my team.
Let me ask you this: when you go up there to that one, now that was tell us again where that was played at the Met.
That was at the Hoover Met. You know, they have the big natural surface field that they played the SEC tournament on.
Right.
And they moved the games off of that one. They have two natural fields side by side, right beside the stadium. But then they have, I think, 5 artificial turf fields right there. In a clover leaf, and there's big time games going on every field. You had teams from South Florida, Texas, all over the place there, and we won that red bracket division. On the weekends, we had some outstanding offensive performances. Parker Grant, he was 10 for 20. Nathan Whitney, Gulf Coast commit, was 8 for 15. Declan Fowler is getting a lot of attention. He's our left fielder. He was 7 for 14. He was absolutely outstanding all weekend. Gritty. You know, Declan's been with me since he was 7 years old. He's played with the Hawks and Coleman's team, and he's just a gritty, not undersized, but he's a little lefty, and he's just one of those scrappy players that are just fight you tooth and nail. And he's somebody you can hang your hat on because you know what you're going to get all the time. He's just a dirtbag, and I love it. So Declan Fowler, great offensive performance. Coleman Borthwick, 7 for 15. Vaughn Howard, 5 for 17. As a team, we had 11 doubles this weekend, 3 triples, and 5 home runs. We stole 20 bases. I think that's the biggest separator for us right now. We get on, we're about to run. I mean, you got to be quick home and hold runners because we've got some major weapons on the base paths, and that's a huge separator, Coach.
Let me ask you about this tournament there. Do they help you out any financially, or does everybody get there, they pay their way, or what?
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it's like $1,000, $1,200 to enter the tournament and go up. You know, we fundraise pretty well. We've got a great parent group, booster group that you know, we sell a lot of fit signs, what we do, and the community is very generous and they support us. And if we need something, we can reach out and they'll take care of it. But anyway, we've had enough funds raised. I think the charter bus alone and the hotel rooms is about $12,000. So
crazy.
It's
wow.
expensive. Yeah, it's expensive. But I tell you what, we saw 90 miles an hour from opposing pitchers about 7 times, 4 games. We saw good arms the whole time. We saw some good off speed too, and we made adjustments. So the benefit for us to go up there and play in that is to get the level of competition that we know we'll see in the playoffs. And preparation's big time.
We got a Robertsdale coming in Thursday, so you know anything about them?
Yeah. Robertsdale's down a little bit. They've got a couple good arms. That Friday night game against Faith Academy, they're a powerhouse. Faith's got a great baseball program. So Thursday and Friday this week, we got a few days off to reflect, and learn from some of the game moments. We always meet and break it down, kind of get our bodies back in shape, do some recovery, arm care, speed and agility. We're very fortunate. But y'all look out. There's a couple videos out there online of some of the performances there on some of the social media platforms. But I'm just proud of our team because we lost our first game of the year. We're 9-1 right now. And,
what do y'all rank?
To take on.
What do you rank right now?
I haven't seen current ranking. Yeah, we were really high early on, 2 or 3. We dropped. We lost the first game. We dropped down to 20. Okay, that's fine. I'm not too big on rankings, as we know we got a target on our back, and everybody's out to get us. It seems like teams play up when they play us, and that's great. I mean, it's a playoff atmosphere. That game against the Bennett School where we walked them off in the 8th inning, it felt like a state championship environment. It was just so intense, exciting, big on big. Both teams just powerhouses. So to come back and win that tournament. I'm sure our rankings will go up after winning that perfect game. I think perfect game had it at 8 at the beginning of the year. I haven't seen the current rankings, but we probably dropped a little bit taking that first loss, and they'll probably bump us back up some winning their big tournament.
Tell those kids we're proud of them. That's awesome, man. They represent us really well, and we will talk to you next Monday. And real quick, who else? How many games this week? 1, 2?
So just Thursday and Friday this week, but next week when we talk, I'll be previewing. We've got our big South Walton Showdown, and we've got 17 teams coming in. Some games at Arnold, some at Northwest Florida State, and South Walton. But we play, next week we play IMG Wednesday night. IMG Academy's undefeated. They'll be coming in here. Big atmosphere on the Wednesday night. Most teams don't play Wednesday, so we invite everybody to come out to that. It should be some of the best high school baseball this area's ever seen. Thursday night we play Trinity Christian, big powerhouse out of Jacksonville, and then Friday we play Bishop Snyder next week. So this week we got Thursday night Robertsdale, and Friday night Face Academy.
All right, buddy. Nick, thank you so much. We got to take a break. We'll talk to you next Monday, okay?
Thanks, Coach Hale. Y'all have a great week.
Appreciate you, man. Beef Braised Lynn Haven. You over in Lynn Haven today, make sure you go by and see Pat Perno. The city commissioner at Lynn Haven does an incredible job. His restaurant's unbelievable. Beef Braised Lynn Haven. You're already out there anyway. Go see David. No, go see David. No, go see Russ, Amber, and Patrick. I did. I saw Patrick and Amber there Friday and had a wonderful time. If you're looking for jewelry, that's the place to go. David Adams. Also, don't forget our new sponsor. We're so proud to have Richard back. Cox Pools. Hey, it's time, baby. Before you know it, it's going to be 100 degrees out there. If you want a pool, you got to go with the best. You go with Cox Pools. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
That was technically my first celebrity I ever saw. Bone Crusher, do you have anybody?
Well, just earlier today, I bumped into news anchor, what's her name, Jessica Foster over at WJHG. You know what she said to me? She said, "Hey, moron, that's my parking spot."
Wow. The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Monday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 72 with a gentle breeze coming out of the south-southeast around 8 miles per hour. For tonight, mostly clear skies and a low near 59. Tomorrow, sunny and a high around 74. For Wednesday, sunshine and a high of 74. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Coin and Bullion Reserves is now Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry, a new name that reflects what we do best, fine jewelry and diamonds. Same trusted service for over 50 years. Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry at 15th Street and East Avenue. Coin and Bullion Reserves is now Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry, a new name that reflects what we do best, fine jewelry and diamonds. Same trusted service for over 50 years. Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry at 15th Street and East Avenue.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design, build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered, literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better. Together, TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
Give
them a call.
Phone lines are open. 850-215-6290. The Coach James Hale Show is taking your calls live and local. From the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We got the Arnold Marlins superstar coach, Coach Jones. Coach Jones, how you doing this morning, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
You were nowhere near this part of the world back in 2007 when that storm went through here. I'll never forget when I signed from Arnold, and the wind was unbelievable. I was like, man, this is something ain't good. And we were all having tornado watches and all this kind of stuff. That thing hit enterprise and tore that school apart, killed those poor kids. I will never forget that, Glenn, because I remember walking outside, right where, the coach's office, that building there, walking out, and the wind, I said, this is going to be bad somewhere, and it was. So anyway, history today. Well, actually, it was yesterday, March 1st, 2007. Now, let's bring Coach Jones on and talk about his Arnold Marlins baseball team. I haven't talked to you in a week. Give us a little rundown of what's happened since the last time we talked. And everybody wants to hear the names of the players that are doing well for you. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to try. We played 3 games last week. We were able to win 2 of them, so we're 5-3 overall right now.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you. I didn't do anything except watch, but the kids did well. But we played day at home on Tuesday night. We were able to win that one 4-2. Ronan.
Good job. Glenn, did you hear that score?
I heard it.
Coach, say the score one more time. 4-2?
4-2.
Okay, there you go, Glenn.
How many pairs of underwear did you have on? The long johns?
So it was pretty cold. It was pretty cold. I wasn't as bundled as some, but I was trying. But so on that night, Ronan Colvin is the junior for us. He got his first innings. He was coming back from a little arm soreness, so he got his first innings on the mound for us. He threw 2 innings to start it, and then Gage Williams came in relief for 3 innings, and Bo Williams finished the game for 2 innings and picked up a save. They did a nice job combining to keep Bay off balance. Offensively, Mason Lehman was 2 for 4. Connor McCann 2 for 3. Anthony Achone, I think you'll hear his name a couple times, was 2 for 3. And Dylan Spencer was 2 for 2 with a triple to lead us. We had 10 hits, only the 4 runs. We left some base runners on, but we scored just enough to get by Bay. Bay is so much better every year. I think every year they've improved just tremendously, and they're a really quality team right now. And
I heard they had
those kids and Coach Hudson over there.
They does good, but I heard they had some problems circling up the fly balls a couple of times out there.
Yeah, that probably helped us score some of those 4 runs once in a while. But we've had some trouble with fly balls ourselves, which we'll find out in the next game here. So we went to Troy on Friday to play 2 games at Troy University in a tournament. The first game we played Spanish Fort from Alabama. Really,
yeah, I know all about
traditionally a
them.
very strong baseball program, a number of state titles, etc. We lost to them 6-3. Jackson Ross started for us, and actually he gave up 4 runs, but only 1 earned. He deserved a little bit better fate. There was a fly ball that was misplayed by us with 2 outs in one of the innings there. It basically cost us 3 runs eventually, and so that didn't help our cause, unfortunately. Connor McCann was 2 for 3. Anthony Achone again was 2 for 4. Caden Holmes 2 for 4 with not a double. Anthony Achone had a double that game. Gage Goss came in. It was a 4-0 game, Spanish Fort, and they had bases loaded in the 5th inning with 2 outs. And somehow, when there's bases loaded, I bring in Gage Goss. It just happens to be the way it's sort of his turn up. And he came in with 2 outs, bases loaded, and struck out the batter to keep it at 4-0. And then bottom of the 6th, we scored 2. And I think we had bases loaded to end the inning. And then the 7th, they expanded with 2 runs to make it 6-2, but we came back, scored a run, and again we had 2nd and 3rd, I think, was when the game ended. So we were fighting back, but we just had too many runners left on base, and we made a couple too many mistakes on the field. And that's a quality team right there. So Spanish Fort was able to get by us 6-3. The next day we played John Carroll Catholic, which is from around the Birmingham area, from what I understand. We beat them 7-2. Ronan Colvin started and threw 4 innings this time for us, only giving up 1 earned run. Bo Williams got a 3-inning save, 3 innings, 2 hits, and no runs. Anthony Achone again with 2 hits for us, and Jackson Ross hit a double, and Connor McCann hit a triple in that one. So we had 7 runs on 7 hits that day. We were able to score more runners when they were on base. It was something that the first couple games last week we really struggled with, leaving runners on base, especially at 2nd and 3rd. And we were a little better executing against John Carroll Catholic, so we were able to score some more runs there and make it look like we beat them harder than we probably did. It was 2-2 after 5, but it expanded the lead a little bit and made it 7-2 at the end. So 2-1 on the week, 5-3 on the year so far. Plodding along.
You got Rutherford Tuesday?
Yes, sir. We got Rutherford at home tomorrow. We have back at Bay on Thursday, and then Bozeman on Friday. So it's a all-day
fun-filled week, huh?
Another tough one. Wow. That Spanish Ford, that's a huge school. I know all about Spanish Ford. They're really good in baseball, or traditionally have been really strong. So your schedule's pretty dang tough this year so far.
Yeah, I think we play a pretty tough schedule every year. Yes, it's been tough this year, and I don't know. I like playing tough schedules, seeing where we are. Sometimes makes it so our record isn't as pretty as it could be, but hopefully by the 25th game of the year, it's helped us improve enough that we're ready to go into some sort of postseason and be a formidable out in the playoffs.
Have you always played like Bay? You just kind of really got through playing Bay, and you're going to play them again pretty soon. Do you like it that way, or you'd rather like pay them early in the year and real late in the year?
Since I've been here, we've generally played a little more spread out with most of the county teams.
Yeah.
My preference actually is the last couple of years when we play Mosley, we play them the same week. Wow. And I kind of like that because then you get to see you want to see the same pitcher each time, and you get to see a little bit more of, what each team has.
Yeah.
In baseball, it's kind of better, if you want to just sort of see the team versus the team, it's better to do it in the same week. But generally doesn't happen around here just with the scheduling and everybody having their own schedule. But this year, with Bozeman, like we're playing them 2 weeks after we played them before, and then Bay, we're playing them the next week. So it just happened with the way scheduling went this year that we're playing them a little quicker than we usually do. But if you ask me, I play everybody, and we'd have like a Bozeman week and a Bay week and a Rutherford week, etc. And sort of match it up there. So we'd have our second pitcher against their second pitcher, fifth pitcher against their fifth pitcher, etc., and see how things line up that way. But it just doesn't work the way that scheduling is around here. It's very tough to get everything together in general. So trying to get everything in the same week with each team would be almost impossible.
How good? I don't know much about Rutherford. We didn't talk to Coach last week. What do you know about them?
We were able to beat them the first game of the year, but I also know that last week they played Mosley to a 4-3 game, and so they play a good brand of baseball when they catch the ball, just like everybody else. When they catch the ball, their pitchers throw strikes to keep them in the game, and so it just sort of depends, sometimes. But they're certainly very competitive, and in a week when we play three really good teams, you can't take anybody for granted. And so they've done real well. And like I said, they really competed against Mosley last week. I just saw the score. I don't know anything about the game itself.
Yeah. They've been in
the score, and that was impressive.
Yeah, they've been in some real close ones. They need a breakthrough, and I hope it's not against you. But you know what I'm saying? They're right there on the cusp of winning a couple in a row.
Yeah, so that's what it seems like. Yes, sir. So they are right there, and like I said before, and I'll say it probably every time we play Bay, I think I'm very impressed with how improved Bay is every year after year, and sort of week after week. They're doing a great job over there. And a few years ago, Bay struggled winning games at all, and now they're as good as anybody else around here.
Yeah, Hudson does an incredible job. Yeah, he does. Yeah. Now, tell us about this. We just had Nick on, and he said you're going to come over there and play in that big tournament. He's going to have some great baseball teams over there. When is that, in 2 weeks?
Next week.
Next week?
Next week.
Wow, yeah. Okay. Is that their spring break?
I'm really not sure.
Okay. Hey, Coach Jones.
He tells me it's on.
Thank you so much for coming on, man. We got to take a break. You keep up the good work. We'll talk to you next Monday, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. All right, man. Skin cancer can be deadly. I know all about it. I've got to go in and get Ward to fix me up. If it doesn't look right, doesn't feel right, go get checked out. If you're listening right now, there's an office throughout the Panhandle, Florida. Listen to Dr. Ward every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Patrick, tell me what you do for a living. You're kind of a local guy, kind of.
Well, we do pest control. We started right here in Panama City. We service Panama City, the beach, in town, Mexico Beach, St. Joe, all the area. We do your turf. for fertilization, weed control, and insect control, and also your house, keeping the bugs out or eliminating them from there, rodent control, mosquito control. If it's pest control, we do it.
And you do an excellent job because I use you. That truck's throughout Bay Point. You want that yard like a golf course, Turf Pro Pest Control. You got bugs in the house, you got bugs eating up your yard, Turf Pro Pest Control take care of all your problems.
Spring's here.
It is the time. You're right. It's going to be 70-something today.
We are less than 2 weeks to spring break.
Whew, unbelievable. I tell you what, we don't care if it's hot. We don't care if it's cold. We got Stevenson Air Conditioning. I called Deb the other day. I love those people over there. Family owned. He's the best at what he does. You're talking about local, graduated from Mosley High School. He started that business, home run, knocked out of the ballpark. They're expanding throughout the Panhandle of Florida. The most honest, hardworking people out there. Stevenson Air Conditioning, number one. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. We'll be right back. FSU.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
We talked a little bit about the Alabama thing the other day. I disagree with Jeff. I think they should be penalized. Those games that kid played, they should be forfeited. I'm sorry. You were a G League player and come back to school. That's just not right. We can't do that. That'd be like Peyton Manning coming back to Tennessee for 6 years,
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Patrick with Turf Pro Pest Control. Do you want a great-looking lawn? Call Turf Pro. We will come out to your property and make a customized plan for your lawn. Then we will do the most important part, execute that plan. Turf Pro is a locally owned and operated company. We take pride in making your lawn beautiful. Call Turf Pro. You will love your lawn. The blue and yellow trucks make your lawn green. Find us on Facebook at Turf Pro PC.
Got a scratch, dent, or full-blown wreck? Bring it to Recommended Collision Center in Panama City. From small scratches to all-over paint jobs, from fender benders to major collisions, it's Recommended Collision Center. They work with all insurance companies and offer customer pay options too. A family-owned collision center that takes pride in top-quality repairs, friendly service, quick drop-offs, and a fast turnaround. So when life throws you a wreck, they'll help you get amended. Recommended Collision Center, 1329 Jinx Avenue, Panama City.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
When he played football, helmets had not been invented yet. Players played both sides, and quarterbacks weren't afraid of needles. It's the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State. Woo! FSU Update is brought to you by, you talking about local?
Yeah.
Nothing's more local than the legendary Newbies. 4 wonderful locations. John and Charlotte always give back to the community. Let's make sure we go out there and support them. Head on down to the mothership, listen to the best entertainment every single night during spring break. You'll be glad you did. Now, if you're into sports, go to Newbies on the Curve. Have a wonderful time. Watch all the baseball games being played, basketball, March Madness, everything right there at Newbies. And again, head down to the mothership. Glenn, your favorite's over at St. Andrews.
It is
beautiful
now,
blue facility.
It used to be the Brew and Booze,
yeah.
but it's closer to my house now at the Blue Building there on Bayview Drive, Bayview Avenue. So,
well, let's get into FSU. What's going on over there besides the banana? What do they call it? Banana what?
Savannah Bananas.
Savannah Bananas.
But
sold out.
There was a big win for all the sports teams at Florida State this past weekend. On Friday, the track and field won the indoor ACC championship to go along with the outdoor ACC championship. So congratulations to the track team. So, yep. And then the women's basketball team, they actually won in overtime. They beat Wake Forest 77-74. That makes them 10-2 20 in regular season, 5-13 in the ACC. They will play Wednesday in the ACC tournament. They will play Georgia Tech. The time has not been posted yet, but the ACC women's tournament starts on Wednesday. And then in the men's basketball team, they went up to Georgia Tech and beat Georgia Tech 80-71. They're 15-14 and 8-8 in the ACC. They will play Pittsburgh. They'll be at Pittsburgh on Wednesday, and they will be hosting SMU on Saturday. But they're starting to win their share. They really picked up here, and a lot of these are on the road. So congratulations to what they're doing there. And then the baseball team, and with the softball team, they were both rained out Friday, so they had to have doubleheaders on Saturday. And the baseball, they were ranked number 21. They're 8-2. They were 3-0 versus the Citadel this past week. They won 2-0, 6-2, and 2-0. Citadel was pretty scrappy. I got to watch one of those games, and so really good pitching on both sides. And but then they will host Jacksonville Tuesday, and then on Wednesday they will have Mercer, and they'll have a big weekend coming up. I didn't see who they're playing, but they're going to start ACC very soon. So, and in softball, they're ranked number 10. They're 17-4. They did not play Friday because of the rain out, but they did play Thursday night. They played Florida Gulf Coast in a doubleheader. They beat them 12-3 and 5-3. And then on Saturday they played Rutgers, and they won 2-1 and 5-1. And so they will play Friday through Sunday this past coming week at Coastal Carolina. Look out, Chanticleer, see if we come. So that's what's going on around Florida State right now. And this weekend, I guess this weekend they're going to have, starting this weekend, they're going to start having some class of 26, class of 27 people showing up for, they're looking for, actually have a 27 quarterback showing up and some linebackers that are really high on Florida State. So hopefully they'll show up and do that. And had a big coaching clinic in Orlando this past weekend. So our Bay High coaches were down there, and Coach Norville's there. I saw him at the Golf America thing or whatever you have. They were playing with Coach Cristoval's there, kind of walking around with the Bay High guys and stuff. So I think they're probably after the center.
You think Cristoval's just out having a good time shooting golf? I don't think so. I think there's a reason he was rubbing up against those Bay coaches. I think there's a player they might be looking at.
That could be, but the thing was, he spoke at the clinic too. He and Norland, there was a bunch of them there, so I saw a bunch of pictures of those guys. But just kind of nice that they come out.
Where was the clinic at?
At Orlando. So,
he's up here playing golf.
Yeah.
I think that, was that here or was that in Orlando at the Orlando Top Golf?
No,
he was
Orlando.
Here. No, that was there?
He was
Orlando, okay.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was there, but I think there's a couple of kids that you're looking at. So I think one is best as Coach Brown's son, the center. He's really good.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of Jared Moon when I watch him play and move.
If that reminds you of Jared Moon, that's a good thing to remind you. I'll tell you that right now.
Anyway, but I got to give a little shout out to. I want to give a shout out to the J. Royal girls basketball team. Coach Diamond. They had the year that you can't remember. The only thing is they didn't win the state. They came in second, but what a year to be proud of. They were 25-5, and to come from the rural thing, they lost to a 22-2 Williston team, but to make it that far in the rural is unbelievable. So congratulations to the Lady Royals. So
good job. Good job, baby. Patrick, I want to ask you something. Oh, we got a phone call. Let's take this phone call. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great, Big Daddy. What's up, Mike?
Well, we had kind of a mixed weekend up here in Tennessee.
Rocky Top, huh?
Yeah, it's a rocky time on Rocky Top.
Roll Tide, Mike. Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide. Go ahead.
Can I tell you a quick story about that?
Sure, go ahead.
I have this good buddy of mine that we go to church together, okay? Believe it or not, I do go to church. Church is for sinners, okay? Like me.
Yes.
And he ironically, he's a Tennessee graduate, but he loves Vandy. He says, well, that's our hometown team. You know, we graduated from high school together. I won't say where, but it was somewhere west of MBA. Anyway, so he sends me a Roll Tide thing after Tennessee loses to Alabama in basketball. We go to church yesterday, and this guy from Tennessee comes up, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry y'all lost and everything. I said, you son of a whatever, as I could say in church.
Yeah.
Hypocrite. But anyway, I also want to congratulate Vanderbilt for going 0-3 out in Las Vegas in baseball. And I heard y'all talking to the Arnold coach about him suicide squeezing, which was brilliant. By the way, I turned you off a minute ago to get a beer because he said Hazel Green, which I think that's the school that absorbed Town Creek, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it is. I think it's way up.
Hey, that's Hazelnut. That's Hazelnut.
I don't know. Anyway, but congratulations to South Walton. But I just wanted to say this about Coach Corbin, man. He had men on first and second yesterday against Oregon. Which, by the way, this is how goofy college athletics is. Oregon wore black yesterday, and Vanderbilt wore these crappy uniforms that look like some of the Oakland A's wore, back in whatever. But so Coach Corbin called, or I guess he did, or his assistant. They're going to do a sacrifice bunt. This is with no outs and men on first and second, and the guy bunting is the go-ahead run against Oregon's good, man. I mean, they'll be there at the end, maybe. That's what I'll say about Vandy. But so the guy, I thought, this is a decoy when he squared around. No, he ends up popping it up. Okay, out one. Then the next guy walks. And then Vandy weekly pops up and whatever. I mean, it's just a typical Vandy story, even though Corbin's great and they won 2 national championships, all that. It just goes to show you that even the best coaches, some of their plans don't work. Isn't that right, coaches?
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Bama beat Tennessee in basketball and whatever. But I know this. I hope y'all got in touch with Michigan Eddie. I hope he's well. I don't know.
I did get up with him. He's okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go watch his Red Wings today at 1 o'clock downtown. I'm not scared of getting shot, which may happen. But, yeah, it's funny. Well, here's the thing. Michelob Ultras are half price today.
Is that why you're going? Is that why you're going?
It's one of the reasons. Anyway, y'all, go ahead. Well, ask me a question. Your weather's back. Your spring breakers are back. Life is good in Panama City.
Let me ask you this question. Which city are you in today?
Who knows?
I am not in a city, dude. Cities are where the terrorist attacks are. I'm out in the Five Rivers region, south of Fort Campbell. And that's all I'm going to tell you because you might tell a cop, which is funny because cops give me rides to church. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I mean, it's amazing. I told this story last night. I said the cop came to pick me up to go to church. He's one of the guys that, thank God, we have people with Glocks at our church on the door. Okay, I'm not joking.
I believe you.
It's sad. It's sad that we have to do that, but I think everybody should have them. Frankly, I'm talking about Glock guards. You may not want to carry a Glock yourself. Go ahead.
You didn't go to one of those churches that got the rattlesnakes in it, did you?
Well, that's the key thing. You know about snake handling. You must. It's actually better to use copperheads because nobody's died from a copperhead bite in this country. I know like 5 people that have been bitten by copperheads, and we got plenty of them around here. And you don't. And if you do use a rattlesnake, use a pygmy. Well, you're not supposed to say pygmy anymore. That's not politically correct.
They don't.
Ground rattlers, man, palmetto rattlers. Listen, y'all be cool, because you are, and take care, and I'll go watch the Predators beat the Red Wings, I hope.
Mike, great call. Great call. You made my day, brother. We'll talk to you soon. Roll Tide, baby. All right, let's talk about some of our wonderful people. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. I think Netflix is going to do a show on his life. They should. The guy's incredible. What a legend. And guess what? They're back open. It's March 1st. They're open on Monday. They closed down. That's the first time he's ever done it. They had started closing down on Mondays. Not anymore. They're back full, ready to go. This Monday morning, get out there and have a great time. Red beans and rice. They got the best seafood, ice cold beer. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Man, I'm pumped up about this one. Love these people. We all know about Pepper's Mexican Grill over in beautiful Panama City. But finally, we got one here in Panama City Beach on Panama City Beach Parkway. And guess what? All you military people, God bless the military. God bless the military. This every Monday. Today at lunch, at dinner, 10% off your bill at Pepper's Mexican Grill, beautiful Panama City Beach and in town. Then Get yourself a house margarita. Next one's free. Same thing with draft beer. Go check it out. You'll love it. Now, where's that in Panama City Beach? Right over near Arnold High School, where the TG Fridays used to be. They went inside, remodeled it. That's the place to have birthday parties, have a get-together, just to enjoy yourself there. And again, military, 10% off.
Let me say, but if you're in the military, you don't have to go every Monday. You can go during the week, too. So
you can do whatever you want to do. Also, do you want to look better, feel better? Well, here, we all do. Heck, go see Max Fit Sports Nutrition, Jason Kovaleski, 23rd Street and Pier Park. Listen to Jason tomorrow. Everybody's getting sick. Go get some Immune. It's incredible. Zinc Immune. Go take it. If you do get sick, you'll get better quicker. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida presents the most college basketball.
Three-pointer. College basketball is back.
The Panhandle's destination for live play-by-play.
The SEC, ACC, and beyond.
Oh, he saw that coming, Rampant.
The biggest games play right here.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Monday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 72 with a gentle breeze coming out of the south-southeast around 8 miles per hour. For tonight, mostly clear skies and a low near 59. Tomorrow, sunny and a high around 74. For Wednesday, sunshine and a high of 74. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you living with chronic pain, anxiety, or sleepless nights? You don't have to just get by. You deserve to thrive. At Thrive Alternative Medicine on Panama City Beach Parkway, Dr. Laughlin and counselor Suzanne Clark provide a compassionate path to relief. From medical marijuana card certifications to professional mental health counseling, managing conditions like PTSD, chronic pain, and the complexities of cancer. Book online at thrivealternativemedicine.com. thrivealternativemedicine.com. Find the relief you deserve.
No one wants to deal with a plumbing, electrical, or HVAC emergency. It's even worse when you're not sure what it'll cost, when it'll get fixed, or if someone's just selling you something. When you call Hiller, you can trust our experts to actually solve your home's problems quickly. And with true transparency pricing, you know the price you're told is the price you'll actually pay. Book online now at happyhiller.com. Happy you'll be, or the service is free.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
This is where heroes are created, legends are born, and dynasties forged. The Sports Talk Monster, ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
Welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Smitty is out on the road pushing his truck somewhere. Bless his heart. Randy's filling in. Randy, how you doing this morning?
Fantastic.
Yeah, beautiful day in paradise. We got Manley in here. Eugene is with us, and then Patrick is also with us.
You must have known Randy's coming in. You got your Louisville card.
No, I didn't. Had no idea. I had no idea he was going to be here. He didn't tell me. Hey, I want to ask you something. What
I tried to call you last night. Julie said that you'd already fell asleep. That was about 6:30.
So. Yeah, as far as you know. Hey, Patrick, I want to ask you this. What in the heck is going on in Tallahassee? They let some foreign group or something go in there and play some kind of form of baseball at Doak Stadium. What is that all about? They ruined the field, and I saw the crowd was pretty good, sold out. Can they get the field back? I mean, can you believe, Glenn, they would let a baseball team go on that field? Bobby Bowden?
It's about to get worse.
Tell me what?
The 13th and 14th, they've got the rodeo.
No, not at Tommy Oliver.
No,
not at Doak Stadium.
Yeah, inside Doak Campbell, they got that. There's a concert. It's the rodeo series is coming to Tallahassee. It's going to be dirt, cows, and horses all over the field.
What is going on?
You got to make money.
Hey, when you're the most in-debt school in the country,
we turn to rodeos to make money for FSU.
You got to do something. But a lot of these colleges now, in their stadiums, do other events. They have concerts. They have all different types of stuff, and that's a revenue stream that Florida State's never done. Literally inside Doak Campbell, they've done it at the basketball arena.
Yeah, I know Knoxville up in Neyland, they did a big concert.
They've done them in Tuscaloosa. They do it at Auburn. I think they've done several concerts in Gainesville in the football stadium.
Yeah. Have they done one in Tuscaloosa? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Because their Coliseum is big. I was about 17,000. So what do you think? What that baseball team, my granddaughter Leighton wanted to go see that thing, but they were out in Texas competing. In fact, they're still in Texas coming back today.
Worth the money. I think it's
how much money do they charge them?
I don't know, but
some of those tickets are like $200 a piece.
Yeah. No. What did FSU get to have it
probably
hosted?
$1 million.
Wow. Okay.
So the thing is, though, it's it really is a seller wherever it goes.
Yeah. So you figure they sold
60,000,
69,000 seats because it was a sellout. And
how much were tickets, Lynn?
I don't know.
I know at one point they were close to $200 a piece.
Wow, I had no idea they made that kind of money. And tell me what this is. It's a baseball game, but they dance, they do all kinds of stuff. What did you say? It's kind of like the basketball.
Well, it's not that. You're not that really that close, but they have the same kind of things, and like you said, if they catch the ball, they do a flip catch.
No, what I'm saying, you said they were kind of like the basketball.
Oh, the Harlem Globetrotter kind of thing.
Kind of like that.
I think this is really more.
It's more entertainment.
Yeah, it is, and there's certain rules when we talked about how fast you have to pitch and all that good stuff.
Yeah, there's different stuff where. You catch the ball behind your back, you get either points or an out. I don't understand all the rules, but it is a timed game.
Somebody just texted me, I'm calling, I'll win. Well, call us, 215-6290.
Come on, call
us.
Explain it to us.
Did everybody have a good time? They must be doing pretty good. People seem to love it, man.
It's sold out everywhere they go. They played in Yankee Stadium here not too far back, and it was a sellout for the 3 nights they were there.
Wow. So I get it. They need money, but I just don't like the idea of rodeo going in there.
Well, you ought to go play at Bonifay after the rodeo.
Yeah, I have.
Even with the rodeo, they've got a big concert, a big artist coming.
We got a call. Let's take this caller. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Listen to that voice. Is that Elvis? Who was that?
No, I'm not Elvis.
That beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Robbie.
I took my granddaughters to it. The old mean grandpa.
I couldn't take them. They were in Dallas cheering.
How much were the tickets?
Tickets were $50.
Oh.
$50 times 69,000.
Wow. That's
3.72.31 cents million.
Hey, they had a sellout on Thursday and Friday at Dick Hauser Stadium, and then went to and I'm telling you, every seat was filled.
That's crazy.
It was a sellout, and so I'm gonna tell you something and as far as baseball goes for traditionalists, it's not it's a how you go to an arena football game.
Yeah,
it's kind of just entertainment. It's a cross between wrestling and arena football and everybody. It's all about the kids. It's now the guy that has founded this thing has got a huge, and he sponsors a lot of foster homes and stuff, and that's where most of his profits and stuff go. But it's nice. I mean, it started at 2:00, and all the players come out from they had all 6 or 7 teams there, and all of them come out and sign autographs. They stand outside, for an hour and a half with the kids, and signing autographs and talking, taking pictures. So it's a show. It's not it was on ESPN too last night. So it's fun. Take your kids, take your grandkids. They're gonna be at Truist Park like the second weekend of May or March. I can't remember. May. I guess it's May, and it's well worth it, I think.
Rob, what about them having a rodeo in Doak? That's weird to me.
Well, here's what a rumor that I heard, and I'm not real sure, that Tallahassee, the city, put up some money when they did the remodel and doing all this and rebuilding the roads, because, they've changed a lot of stuff over there in the layout of how it is and the parking. They built a couple parking decks in that general area and stuff. I heard that Tallahassee is putting on is it's kind of like when they were playing at the Civic Center. The Civic Center was built on campus, but they had a lot of other stuff there too. And I'm gonna tell you, they go in there and they tear that whole field up, disc it, tear it all to pieces every year, and reside it and all that sort of stuff. So that's no issue at this point in time.
Right. I think Patrick's going to do some work over there.
That's nice.
Now, I'll tell you, back in I'll say in the 80s, somewhere around in there, they dug all that stuff up and put a big old drainage system in there. So when that field, when it would rain hard, it actually had pumps and everything up underneath the field and drained it all out and pushed it into them big ditches that they got around that stadium. And so it drained a lot. But that's been, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And it kind of all collapsed and corroded, so it doesn't drain like it used to. But they're having a rodeo over there this weekend and big concerts afterwards for
next weekend.
Is it next weekend?
Yeah, it's the start of our spring break.
Hey, Rob, do you remember back? I think you're old enough to remember this. When we played, this is how old I am. We played Louisville in football. We played on a baseball field up at Louisville. And our stadium was nice. We had a brand new stadium in '76. We come over to Tallahassee and play, and that thing was like an old, ugly-looking small stadium. And then we looked where we were at. We were kind of ahead of them for our stadiums, both those programs. And now, we don't have anything compared
It's
to
amazing how the tables turn.
It did. It really did. It's sad. It's really sad.
Well,
man, isn't it sad? Just say yes. Yes, it's sad.
Well, if you look at it like this, when you go to that, FSU, well, let's just say they're behind on stadiums and all the new adventures and everything else. But if you walk into their multi-purpose, or not multi-purpose, but standalone football institution now, it's better than what some of the other ones have because theirs is brand new.
Yeah,
and
no
technology
doubt.
Technology and everything else. You can stand on the upper deck at the baseball field and look into that new facility. They got a wall that's probably a 50 by 20 TV screen on the wall that you can see from inside, and because it's all glass between the two. I'm not real sure that they came out better because they used to have 3 practice fields that they would work on. Now they're down to like 1.5.
Yeah.
Now they got that indoor facility that took one of the area of one of them. But looking over there across it, it's kind of small and cramped and, because you got so much stuff built in, there's only so much room, and to put everything in a, area like that. Because now, within just that circle, you got a lacrosse field, you got the soccer field, you got a softball stadium, you got the baseball field, you got the football stadium, and everything else.
The flying circus over there?
Right. And
have they caught all the clowns yet?
Yeah. Well, let's not.
Have you not watched any games?
Yeah, but it's Terry Kennedy used to beat that tent over there to death because he was a left-hander and he put a lot of baseballs in that tent.
Well, Rob, we're up against the break. Thank you so much for calling. You enlightened us again. Every time you call, the show just goes to a different level.
Well, like I said, it's not if you're just wanting to go watch the baseball and carry earplugs.
Okay.
I will say that.
All right.
Because they play music from the time it starts to the time it's over, and it's loud music.
Well, you're a great grandfather. I'll tell you that. You do a good job, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I got deep pockets. So
yes, you do. Yes, you do.
All right. Shallower.
Yeah. All right, Rob. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you, buddy.
See you.
Matt, what's going on, man? Why are you sitting out there? Come jump in. We'll move Glenn. Glenn can leave. We want you.
I'm old hat, yeah.
All is well. All is well.
You're looking good. You're looking good. Tell us, everybody, what you do for a living.
All right. I'm a MD, and I own a practice called Thrive Alternative Medicine. And right now we not only are doing medical marijuana cards for patients who have failed other prescription medicines or things that haven't worked for them, or in addition to that, to help them with conditions such as post-traumatic stress disorder, cancer, epilepsy, you name it. There have been indications that it can help a lot of different conditions. Plus, we additionally added a Emsella chair, which is designed to treat not only stress incontinence, which is leaking of urine that a lot of people get as they get older, and erectile dysfunction it can help with.
Glenn, yeah.
So it's a good thing. And we also do have mental health counseling there as well.
Glenn again, yeah. This stuff is, I'm glad you're here. We're going to help Glenn. There's help coming, baby. Yeah. And where are you located? How did we get up with you?
We're at PCB Parkway, Suite D, Panama City Beach, near in the Cox Pools building.
Yes, sir. Richard Cox, the legend. All right, Matt, glad to have you on board this morning.
Thank you.
I love, my wife called yours and said what color you were wearing, and I did what you did because I'm impressed with you, buddy. I want to talk about some of the wonderful people we have. I'm really impressed with his family, not just the man himself, but his family. The Vandergrift family are incredible. Don and Judy impacted so many lives in a positive way, and this county is incredible. Their kids are unbelievable. One is an unbelievable athletic director, and then Kyle, everything he touched turns to gold. TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting, they design it, they build it, commercial, residential. Listen to Kyle every Friday right here on the ESPN Northwest Florida. He's out on some business right now. We'll get you back in as soon as he can.
This Saturday is Don and Judy's 50th
anniversary, yes. Also, talking about another legend around here, Steve Bertishaw, the swim coach at Mosley High School. What have they done? Steve's been in business since 1976 at Steve's Bike Shop. I don't care what business you're in. If you can last that long, you're doing something right. He does everything great. You're looking for a bike? You're looking at an electrical bike? They got new and used. Steve's Bike Shop right across the street from Sam's on 23rd Street. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. And Patrick, real quick, tell everybody what you can do. I want my yard like a golf course. Can you make that happen?
We can make it green, lacking of weeds, and no bugs.
No doubt. And the house. You can take care of someone's house.
What we can actually do is allow your wife to go shopping. You go play golf, and nobody fuss and fight.
There you go.
Because nobody has to do the yard work.
There you go. I tell you what, I learned something every day. Matt comes in here. We've had a lot of issues with Glenn's. We had to clean up after him when he leaves. We can really sell some. And Glenn, your wife said, yeah. Anyway, we'll be right back. This is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida is taking it to the hole. Your home for the most live college basketball on the Gulf Coast. The ACC, SEC, and the biggest games in the country. Plus the official station of March Madness.
The Panhandle's destination for live play-by-play.
Hear every slam dunk in ultra-high fidelity right here.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Monday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 72 with a gentle breeze coming out of the south-southeast around 8 miles per hour. For tonight, mostly clear skies and a low near 59. Tomorrow, sunny and a high around 74. For Wednesday, sunshine and a high of 74. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida.
That boot store can help you dress in style, from casual Western wear for a night out with family and friends to a special meeting that requires a fashion touch with Western flair. From boots to hats, belts to shirts to jeans and a lot more for the smallest of the largest in name brand Western attire, including Carhartt work clothes. Shop that boot store for the whole family. Open Tuesday through Thursday 9 to 5, Friday and Saturday 9 to 5:30. Next to Billboard Kia, 15th Street, Panama City, where God is good all the time.
He's a beacon of light to many and an inspiration to all.
Winning.
The Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Roll! We got a rookie behind the glass this morning. There you go. Roll Tide. Roll.
I like the other song.
You would. Alabama Update is brought to you by Steverson Air Conditioning. Roll Tide. Man, don't you love that?
I love it, yeah.
Joe Namath came from there. I mean, we made you guys in New York happy.
Richard Todd.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Two of them, Jets.
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
I love Richard. All right, Alabama Update is brought to you by Steverson Air Conditioning. I can't say enough. Pat, I'll tell you, Matt, we probably had 10 of our sponsors use Stevenson Air Conditioning. They are the most honest, hardworking people out there. This is one of the few things you can purchase will pay for itself over a period of time. Your power bill is cut almost in half. Jason Kovaleski swears by it. He got one for his business, brand new for the house. Dr. Chad Mitchell, the same thing. I was looking around. And I said, I don't care what it costs. When I turn the air on, I want the wind to knock me down. It's been terrible. All it does is run. It's costing me money. I want this thing fixed. Of course, it was 30-something years old. So he came and said, Coach, I can do that, but you don't need to spend that kind of money. This is what you need to do. Nobody else would have done this. Everybody else would have ripped you off. He's the most honest guy out there. I'm talking about Jason. Most honest guy out there. If your power bill's going through the roof, it's not getting cool, go Stevenson Air Conditioning. I guarantee you'll be glad you did. Go local, go Stevenson Air Conditioning. Now, you talking about Richard Todd. Played for Alabama, went to the Jets. Joe Namath played for the Alabama, went to the Jets. Wonderful people, wonderful, unbelievable football players. Now, we used to be a football power at Alabama. We're not anymore. We're now a basketball school. We're proud of that. We are a great basketball program. We are 12-4, and we're second place in the SEC. The only team that really dominates us now is Florida Gators. We went into Knoxville where we have a hard time beating Tennessee. No matter where we play Tennessee in basketball, we have a hard time beating them. We were down. I was watching the game. At halftime, I told Jamie, I called her to see how she's doing. I said, I'm getting ready to turn this thing off. She goes, oh, no, they look terrible. They were down 12 points at halftime. But basketball's kind of a different. Glenn told me this. Basketball's different in other sports. You can come back. With the three-point shots, if you can get 3 shots, you can come back. I said, you sure, Glenn? He said, be positive, believe it, dream it, it can happen. I said, okay. So I started believing Bama could come back. They're down by 12 at halftime. Guess what? They come back and beat Tennessee there 71-69. Can you believe that?
Yep.
Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide.
I think
the rest of college basketball should be thanking Alabama right now.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, tell them. Talk to them, baby. Preach to them. Why?
Because all of their players were better than the G League player that they brought back.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is true. That is true.
I mean, their record since he
left, we had lost a game.
And when he was there, it was 500 or less.
Yeah. Now, I will say this: Florida Gators are for real. I think they could win it all again. Florida's number one in the SEC. They're going to win the SEC regular season. They're 14-2, 23-6 overall. Alabama's basketball team is 22-7, 11-3 at home, 7-2 on the road, 4-2 neutral site game. The last time Alabama's lost a basketball game, you got to go back to all the way to February 1st at Florida. Florida put it on Alabama, 100-77. Since then, and then the kid we cheated, tried to get him back. Our judge did a good job for us. Then everybody raised hell. We had to do it again. We lost him. And since then, the team has come together. Since that's happened, this is what Bama's done. Since that Florida beatdown, Alabama now has won 8 in a row. They beat Texas A&M 100-97. They beat Auburn at Auburn 96-92. They beat Ole Miss 93-74. They killed South Carolina 89-75. 117, Arkansas 150. I watched that game. The game was played, I think, at Arkansas. Arkansas's good. I think Arkansas is a really good team. Alabama beats LSU, killed them 90-83. They killed Mississippi State 100-75. And then on the road at Tennessee, Bama gets it. I didn't think they'd win that game. They did 71-69. What's next for Bama? They got Georgia Tuesday at 5:30, and then the big one, and if you live in the state of Alabama, the Iron Bowl of basketball. Come on, Auburn, bring it in. Alabama, Auburn, ESPN, right here on 104.3, and on TV at 7:30 Central Time. And I will talk about Auburn basketball next period, or next segment, because they're going
That's
the
a trap
wrong
game
way.
for Alabama, though.
Yeah, could be. I don't think so. I think they'll be ready to play. All right, Alabama baseball. I was worried about this team, and I started feeling better. They go play Southern Mississippi, the Harvard of the South. Academically, it's like no other school in the Southeastern Conference. Southern Mississippi's incredible. Baseball team is really, really good this year.
What's 2 plus 2?
Six. Bama got embarrassed by Southern Mississippi, 14-4 in Hattiesburg. Okay, but since then, this is what they've done. But let me go to the record right now.
Yeah, but
in the SEC play, they're 0-0. They're 9-2. They're 9-2 overall. 6-1 at home, 1-1 on the road, and 2-0 neutral site games. Friday, Alabama played the Big Ten, Iowa. They destroyed them 12-2. Saturday, they beat Oregon State, which is ranked 19th in the country. They beat them 8-7. And then they had a slip up. They screwed up on Sunday. They played at 3:00 was the first pitch. They lost to Houston 2-8. So they had it. It's heading the right direction. We spent millions. I think it was like $54 million to upgrade the stadium over there, the baseball complex, years back, and we expect to get something out of it. So they've been patient. They've made some coaching changes. Now's the time Bama needs to try to catch up with everybody in the SEC. Good luck with that. Everybody's so good. Now Tuesday, Alabama will play Jacksonville State. First pitch is at 4. Wednesday will play Alabama State, which is 6. They should win both of those games, but they're going to play their backup pitchers, try to develop players like everybody's doing in the Southeastern Conference. But they need to get those 2 wins. And then on Friday, guess who they're playing Friday for 3 games? North Florida. So we got an opportunity to get some wins, play a lot of players. And then when the SEC competition starts, watch out.
Should be soon.
It's so competitive, it's crazy.
Right. Well, you know, when they played the Harvard of the South's got a really good team.
Yeah, Southern Mississippi, I just can't. That degree is just elevated me to a different level.
It has.
It's taken me places I never thought I'd go. And I'm not going back. Thank you, Southern Mississippi.
They taught you to build a 2-seater outhouse, didn't they?
Double wide, man.
There you go.
Not a single double wide. But anyway, Matt, what about baseball? How big a fan are you of baseball?
You know, I grew up playing it, loved it, was a New York Met fan, still am a New York Met fan, but not as much as I used to be. I kind of acclimated towards golf and other sports more.
Glenn, were you a baseball player?
I was.
What'd you play?
I played second base.
Could you run?
I used to. I don't know if I can now. No, but yeah, I used to be pretty quick.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Patrick?
No.
You never played baseball?
No, I was a golf.
Oh, were you really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Pretty good?
Yeah.
We got to get you. You two need to face off. Glenn's good. This guy can play golf. I seen him do it. I was shocked. Anybody hit a ball like him, it's pretty impressive.
You know,
you are good. You are.
I used to be really good, but when you take a couple of years off, it's kind of tough to get it all back. But
what's the trick?
It just takes a little bit of practice. That's all.
Yeah. Just you got to play enough to know your swing.
I'll tell you. So,
and short people don't have as much to go wrong in their swing.
When I was in college, I got to do a clinic with Chichi Rodriguez.
Did you really?
Yes.
Wow.
And one of the things he was talking about when he was doing this, it wasn't really a clinic, it was a exhibition type thing he was doing. He said the secret to golf is 12 inches.
Mm-hmm.
No. The 6 inches before you hit the ball and the 6 inches after. He goes, everything else does not matter.
Got to be square, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not even square.
Well,
he said all it is you have to perform the same thing in those 12 inches over and over and over. If you hit it as a slice, if you do it consistently, you can play it. If you hit a duck hook, you can play it. If you hit it straight, you can play it. He goes, that's the only thing about golf.
Wow.
And then he started talking, and what was interesting is the different players he could imitate their swings in. Mm-hmm. From Jack Nicklaus to Arnold Palmer to, of course, himself to Lee Trevino to the perfect quote-unquote type swing to the most...
Jim Furyk.
Jim Furyk, Arnold Palmer's was worse than Furyk's. But yeah, he could do all that and he would do it. Now, the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life with a golf ball, he did. He sat there, he put 2 balls He said, I'm going to make these two balls hit in the air above that 150 marker out there. And he hit one as a slice and then the other one as a hook, and they collided in midair above the 150-yard marker.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I've seen him do that because he played in the Music City Open when I was in high school.
Golly, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
He was in the group with, I had the caddy for Mel Tillis, and it was Glenn Campbell, Mel Tillis, Chichi Rodriguez, and
really? You were right there with him?
Yeah, Trevino. Yeah, it was at Music City Open. Was over there by Opryland. And it was
Glenn Campbell, pretty good guy.
Yeah, they were hilarious. And Chichi and Lee, they were all, tell you what, Lee can do all that stuff too. You know, but what was really funny was like Mel Tillis, one time they spotted the ball and he goes, I found the dime right here, and we were all laughing, and they go, that's mine. He goes, no, if you put it down, it's in it. You know, they were doing okay, but then, you know, when he wants to talk to you, he's pretty good, but sometimes he like kind of sing to you a little bit when he talk, not really out loud, but those guys were hilarious now, and I saw him do that. He put two balls down on the tee marker. They were playing on the par 3, and one went that way and one went that way.
That's crazy.
So, but yeah, they what they can do. It's just a different level of, you know.
You got any golf stories? And this is the Alabama update, and they've ruined it. So, anything you want to say?
Well, Alabama has a golf team.
Yeah.
No, I would love to see Tiger play in the Masters, but I don't know if it's going to happen. His health is but I don't have any good golf stories right now. No,
he needs he tried. I don't know. He had so many problems with his back and everything else.
Yeah.
His knees.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. I told you again, you want to go with someone outstanding. You know, the hot weather's coming. Get it serviced right before summer, right before winter, and make sure you go local. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason graduated from Mosley High School. He starts his company, knocks a home run. They've expanded throughout the Panhandle of Florida. They're the best at what they do. I love seeing that truck in Bay Point. Don't go anywhere national. Let's deal with local people. Let's deal with Stevenson Air Conditioning. They are incredible, no doubt about that. Speaking of local, the legendary J. Michael Restaurant's open today. Go check it out and have a great lunch. Red beans and rice is a special day. The best seafood, ice cold beer, the legendary steaks, burgers, you name it, at the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. Also, Richard Cox, you mentioned that. Richard's back with us. Cox Pools. It's going to be hot this summer. You want a pool, go with the best. You go with Cox Pools. Give them a call. They'll come out. You want to design like like Alabama A or the state of Alabama or Bear Bryant's hat? They can do it all. Cox Pools can do it all. He is number one, and he knows it. We're right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest. When we get back, the Auburn Tigers, War Eagle. Hey!
It's the PCB Hobby Takeover with Todd. Mondays at 5:20 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
That is a very high-end card and very rare.
Todd talks about coins, trading cards, collectibles, and the amazing stories behind them.
It was the first one that's ever come through my door.
Plus, we'll be taking your calls and questions at 850-215-6290. The PCB Hobby Takeover.
A platform for you to do your hobby.
Mondays at 5:20 on the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Monday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 72 with a gentle breeze coming out of the south-southeast around 8 miles per hour. For tonight, mostly clear skies and a low near 59. Tomorrow, sunny and a high around 74. For Wednesday, sunshine and a high of 74. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
You've planned the moment. Now plan the ring. At Coin & Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry, every engagement ring is hand-selected to shine for a lifetime. Coin & Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry, your diamond headquarters, 15th Street and East Avenue, Panama City. You've planned the moment. Now plan the ring. At Coin & Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry, every engagement ring is hand-selected to shine for a lifetime. Coin & Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry, your diamond headquarters, 15th Street and East Avenue, Panama City.
Tired of boring merch and want your brand to stand out like the big names? Elevate your look with Red 7 Tees. They don't just print shirts, they create bold identities. They are a veteran-owned custom apparel shop providing the kind of detail that turns head, using high-quality digital printing and embroidery to give you that unique style you love with no minimums or cookie-cutter designs. From small business to sports teams, if you've got a vision, they'll help you wear it proudly. Visit red7tees.com.
Ask for special ESPN Northwest Florida pricing.
The #1 SEC call-in show is now twice as big. It's double the Paul Feinbaum Show. Weeknights starting at 6.
Okay, but also go faster.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whoa! Eagle! Hey, Martha, Kenny, James, Jenna. Seagrass, all them Seagrass people down here in Northwest Florida. Auburn basketball, not going the direction we want. Tell you what, though, you want a great meal today. We're going to watch all sporting events, anything that's happening. You get down there and see the city commissioner, Lynn Haven. You go to his restaurant, Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. I guarantee you will have a wonderful, wonderful time. Customer service, second to none. Food's incredible. It's the way they treat you, man. Plenty of place to park. I love Pat Perno. I went down there Friday, saw the beautiful people that work there. I talked to three guys came up and talked to me that listened to our show. I was, hey! That's okay, Randy. That's I like it.
He played the whole thing. Awesome.
I love it. But no, I was shocked. We walk in there, and you go in. They got the bar, and to the left where everybody sits. Mm-hmm. I had 3 people come up and talk to us, and they said, "Man, we listen to the show every day, so I appreciate that." And they're down there listening to it every morning when they go in there and start getting everything prepared. So we appreciate them listening to us.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Get out to Beef O'Brady's, and keyword here is Lynn Haven. Lynn Haven. You got a lot of Auburn fans here that go up to Auburn to all the basketball games. It's hard to get tickets. It's almost impossible to beat Auburn. In the past, it was. They've now lost 4 home games at Auburn, and it's not going the right direction. Let me talk a little bit about what's going on, and then I want Patrick. I got to ask you a couple things about these Auburn Tigers. Basketball, I think, is in trouble. SEC record, they're 6-10. Overall record now, Auburn is 15-14. They've played the toughest schedule in college basketball. Everybody knows that. That could save them. I don't know. They are 10-4 at home. They're 2-7 on the road. 3-3 neutral site games. They lost to Ole Miss at home. Let me say it again. They lost to Ole Miss Rebels at home. They didn't look good. I watched the game. 85-79. Listen to Andy Burcham call the game. We'll have Andy on the show with us at 8:15 Thursday, talking about the Auburn basketball problem. On Tuesday, Auburn lost to Oklahoma 91-79. Then they turn around and lose to Ole Miss 85-79. The next game, they cannot lose this game. They have got Tuesday night, 9 o'clock, they've got to beat LSU. And then Saturday at Alabama, they really need to beat Bama. They had beaten Kentucky 75-74. I thought, wow, this is what they need. Look who they have left on their schedule. Ole Miss, LSU. They should be in pretty good shape. Oklahoma could be a tough game. Well, they've already screwed up 2 of those games. They got 2 opportunities to get 2 more wins. Will they get in? I don't know. They keep saying the strength of schedule will get them in there. I'm not sure about that. They're going to have to win some games up in Nashville. I think they've got to win these 2 games here and win at least 2, I think, maybe in the tournament. I could be wrong. I don't know enough about basketball to really make those comments. I just did, but I did anyway. What do you think? I didn't think they'd lose to Oklahoma. I didn't think they'd lose to Ole Miss, and I don't think they're going to lose to LSU, but I'll take that back. The way they lose against Ole Miss, who knows?
Yeah. I didn't think they would lose to Ole Miss. They did.
They look terrible.
I still think if they win 2 out of the next 3, they're still in the NCAA tournament, but I don't think that's a glory hat for them. If they don't make the NCAA tournament, they're probably going to be the #1 team in the NIT and get to host a game at home. Yeah. I think what the biggest problem is they have a disciplinary problem. I don't think Stephen Pearl is a bad coach. I think what's happened is he inherited a team that is not truly his. Yes, he did help recruit the kids. He was an assistant, but now he's the head coach. He inherited those kids. In the press conference, he talked about one of the players being 20 minutes late to the meeting, and he still played. I think he's already had to sit your best player for a game for a disciplinary. He didn't say specifically what it was, but it was a team. He didn't follow a team rule. At some point in a season, because everything that keeps happening with Auburn is your backside defense. They're not staying in position. They're not following the game plan. So at some point you have to sit back and say, you know what? If you're not going to adhere to all of my rules, you don't play. I don't care who you are. That can be detrimental to the team as far as wins and losses. But every great coach has come to that decision where they have to make it, and it's a fork in the road. You probably had one of those. And if you let that kid play, no matter how good he is, you're going down the wrong path. You have to take a stand as the coach and say, hey, I'm the coach. You're not. If you're not going to do this, you're not going to play. And then that sends a message to the rest of the team, but not only him, but to all these other kids out there that you're going to be bringing in that, hey, it's my way when you're here, and I can get you to the next level. That's what Coach Pearl or Bruce Pearl had. That's what Nate Oates has. That's what the Florida coach has. That track record, Stephen Pearl's still trying to get that track record.
Glenn, let me ask you something. I heard Bobby Bowden talk about this one time. If you punish a player, sit him on the bench, don't let him play, you're also penalizing all the other guys on the team. And he had let players play before that did some things that broke rules, whatever. Coach Bowden played them. I remember the kicker one time. He said, hey, look. He said, we don't play him, I'm punishing everybody else. So there are different ways to look at this. He did sit that superstar down for one game, and it looked like it worked pretty good for the next game. It looked like he played a little bit better. But what do you think? Did the dad know, look, I don't like NIL. I don't like what's going on. It's time for me to get out, give it to my son. He resigned. And Jamie, I love Coach Perry, and so does my daughter. But he did that right before season started. Would he have gotten that job if he would have quit 3 months earlier?
Auburn had already talked about hiring Stephen Pearl last year as the coach because there was rumors that Bruce Pearl was going to retire. I go back. I don't think it was a bad hire. I think he is a good coach. But he inherited a team. He didn't go in as the head coach and recruit these guys. But he was there
recruiting. He was assistant coach.
There's a difference.
No, there's not. Well, maybe if he's going to tell Daddy, no, Dad, I don't want this guy. I can see Dad say, well, too bad. I'm the head coach. Yeah, I'm going to get him. I got that. But he was in on the conversations of who they're going to offer, who they're not.
Yeah, the other thing.
He's into it more than any other coach would be in.
Yeah, here's the other thing, too. Even though, so maybe he lets the guy play, but we don't know what he did to the guy at practice
for
discipline problems. You usually have leaders on your team that speak up, and you kind of, as a coach, you kind of talk to the ones that say have been around a while and know both sides. They know you and they know your dad, that sort of thing. But again, us on the outside, and me actually I've been a basketball coach too. You know, basketball, you have to have one or two dominant players and you win. So far, I think what Auburn has done is they've not played up to what they should be playing. And in the SEC, as in the ACC, you better win on the road, or home's more important too. But if you don't win those games on the road, you know, it kind of sets a I want to say not a tempo, but a kind of a taste in your mouth where you know, okay, what he told us didn't work, so I may have to freelance a little bit. So that's when you get to discipline problems.
If you watch their games and you watch even this last press conference and previous press conferences, he talks about the same thing every time. It's the backside defense collapsing, not staying within range of the guys to shoot the three. Ole Miss had been hitting 4 3-pointers the entire year. That's what they're averaging. They hit 10 in that game. That means your backside defense is not playing. They're collapsing too much to the interior, so when they kick the ball to the other side, skip pass, rotate it around, you don't have time to close down to get a hand in that guy's face or prevent him. It goes back to a defensive game plan where they're not following the instructions. And to me, that falls back to a guy being late to mandatory meetings, 20 minutes, a guy not showing up at the right time, a guy telling him that he's sick when he's not sick. That's why I'm saying at some point every coach has to draw that line in the sand and say, no, you cross this line, you don't play. And it doesn't matter if that's your first offense, your fifth offense, whatever. You draw that line and say, this is my program, my team. You are a part of it. But you let everybody understand that. And if you penalize the team because of one guy's mistake, they're going to go back to that one guy and get after him more than you will as the coach. That's where your leadership comes in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So you say they got to beat, how many more wins to get in?
I think they've got to beat LSU, and if they win one game in the SEC tournament, I think they're in because of who they've played and who they have beaten.
And that would get them to 17.
That'd be 17 and 15.
15. Okay. 17, 15. What about 17, 16? Did I get them in?
Depends on the.
Well, that would be their official. If they win one and lose one, they're 17 and 16.
If they show up in the middle of the pack in the SEC, I think they're in. If they drop below like in baseball, the Mendoza line there, where you know.
Well, the only thing I go at is they have played basically the top 5 teams in the country. They have beat, I think, one of them. Played the other ones real good. They beat Florida. They beat Arkansas. They beat Kentucky.
And they play the toughest schedule in the country.
Right. They've got the toughest schedule in the country. So if you're at 500 playing the toughest schedule and you've beaten 4 or 5 of the top 25 teams,
yeah,
you're
within the top 68. The basketball committee does seem to get it right compared to college football. They reward you for playing a tough schedule. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. We just talk. Pat Purno, I love you, brother. City commissioner over there. You want to look better, feel better, go see Jason Kovaleski. That's what Pat does. You want a great meal today, you get beef braids in Lynn Haven. You'll have a wonderful time. Go see Russ, Amber, and Patrick. They do such a wonderful job. They'll give you a great deal. David Adams, the jewelry is incredible. I went down there and looked at all the things they have. 2 necklaces I really like, and actually the bracelets. I think I'm going to get the bracelets for my granddaughters. I'm going to surprise them. I don't know when, because we got a trip coming up. But I tell you what, you looking for something like that? You know what they did? I drove up, I saw them, it said, thanks, Coach Hale, on their billboard. And I said, what is that about? And they said, well, you bought some stuff here. I said, yeah. I said, well, thank you. That was nice of you. Get in there and visit with them. You'll be glad you did. Also, oh, my God. Skin cancer can be deadly. 1 in 5 get it. We lost a strength coach at Houston. He waited too long. Don't wait too long. Go get it checked. If it doesn't look right, feel right, don't put it off. Go see Dr. Ward and listen to Dr. Ward every Wednesday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Do I got time for one more? All right, one more I'm really proud about. Matt, you got to get in there. Take that beautiful wife. You go down there and tell them Coach sent you. Pepper's Mexican Grill on beautiful Panama City Parkway. You know where that's at?
Yes.
Okay, go check it out. If you're military, go there today. 10% discount for lunch and dinner. But their margaritas are unbelievable. They're huge. They're good, too. That's what Glenn said, huge. House margaritas, buy one, get one free. Draft beer, buy one, get one free. Great place to have get-togethers, parties. Pepper's Mexican Grill, beautiful Panama City Beach, and over in Panama City. Yeah. We'll be right back with the gang, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We're talking about the problem Auburn's having. I'm telling you right now how we can solve all those problems. We'll be right back.
.3 ESPN Northwest Florida presents the madness of college basketball. 68 teams, 32 conference champions, but there can only be one. ESPN Northwest Florida is your exclusive radio home for the NCAA College Basketball Tournament.
Think your season's over? Let's turn your off-season back on. Hoops is heating up on Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal way to bet the NBA. So you can bet on teams, star players, and more. With games practically every day, there's always something to parlay. Roll with Hard Rock Bet all NBA season. New users get paid double winnings on your first 10 bets. Max bet of $50 per bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Are you living with chronic pain, anxiety, or sleepless nights? You don't have to just get by. You deserve to thrive. At Thrive Alternative Medicine on Panama City Beach Parkway, Dr. Laughlin and counselor Suzanne Clark provide a compassionate path to relief. From medical marijuana card certification conditions to professional mental health counseling, managing conditions like PTSD, chronic pain, and the complexities of cancer. Book online at thrivealternativemedicine.com. thrivealternativemedicine.com. Find the relief you deserve.
You've been low-key thinking about dropping a podcast. Well, now is the time to start, brah. Sports, politics, finance, science, health, real estate, music, interviews, surfing, conspiracy theories, or alien abductions. Ready to main character your own content? We can make it happen with Turnkey Podcast Productions from 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. Our local, modern, state-of-the-art multimedia recording studio is now available for booking, starting at just $100 an episode. Take your fandom to the next level. For more information, text the keyword studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio 215-6290 or jam over to ESPNPC.com. Bruh.
You don't know what his problem is. But it's probably hard to pronounce and untreatable.
That don't feel so good.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Don't forget, Thursday, 8:15, the voice of the Auburn Tigers, Andy Burcham. We'll ask him all the questions, what's going on. He said, the bottom line, we got to win, and they're not doing it. They got to get some wins to get in, and they need to take care of business, and hopefully they will. I'll talk about Auburn baseball tomorrow. They're doing it in the right direction. They're a pretty good job. All right, the problem is Auburn. The problem is going to be everywhere in college athletics. The kids now have more power than the coach. That's the problem. In the old days, this right here statistic would be incredible. It's not anymore, but this is what we used to judge or gauge how good a program was going to be, because if you did well in this particular category, you knew you were going to have a good football team for the next 3 or 4 years. The most five-star recruits and signed by these universities in the playoff eras. These teams, when I go through the top 10, you'll know why you need 5 stars back in the day when you could develop the players and they stayed with you. Now that they can transfer out and they demand more money, the old days are gone, dead and buried. Give me the top 3 teams that signed the most 5 stars since 2014 and 2025. You guys should get this right.
So it'd be Alabama, Georgia, Georgia, Ohio State.
You're correct, sir. Yeah. What did all 3 of these teams do in the playoff era? They won national championships. Name me 4 and 5. They also won national championship. Who are they? And one coach now is on the hot seat, which is unbelievable to me. He's in the ACC.
He'll be either Dabo or...
You are correct, sir. Okay. Clemson.
Yeah.
All right. The top school with the most 5-stars signed, which is incredible, over this time frame was Nick Saban in Alabama. 57 5-stars. No wonder they were so good. They had the best players. Number 2 was Kirby Smart in Georgia, 51. Both those programs, multiple national champs. Ohio State dropped down to 34 5-stars. Yes, 2 national champs. Clemson, 26 5-stars, national champs. How many? 2? Dabo's got 2 in that time frame.
2, yeah.
LSU with 24 5-stars, national champs. The last one, they've had 3 since 2000, but since the playoffs, was it 2019 they were so good?
Yeah, 2019. Yeah. I wonder.
Then these teams have done a great job getting the players in there, but not winning a national championship. This one team. At number 6 is Texas A&M. Jimbo Fisher was responsible for some of these 5-stars. 23 5-stars, no national champs. Texas, 22 5-stars, no national champs. USC, 20 5-stars recruited over this time frame, no national champs. Florida State Seminoles, 12, only 12, but guess what? They won the national championship with Jimbo Fisher, okay? And at number 10, anybody know who number 10 is?
Oregon.
No, I thought no. Out of the SEC.
Oh, out of
Florida?
No.
Out of the SEC.
That won a national championship?
Did not. They have not won it.
Tennessee.
No. Come on. Oklahoma. Remember, they made it, and they've made it in quite a bit.
Okay, well.
Oklahoma was tied with FSU with 12, but no national champs. So back in the old days, you go out and recruit a player, then you bring them in, you have time to develop them. They couldn't transfer out every other day like we have now.
Right.
So you knew you were going to be pretty good. That's dead, buried, and gone. The problem at Auburn is that those players know they can be 20 minutes late to class. What are you going to do? You're not going to play me? I'll transfer and go play somewhere else. In my opinion, this is my opinion. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I played college football, I coached college football, coached high school football. When they have more power than the coaching staff, well, Matt, you got employees, okay? You got an employee. And there's some kind of contract where they have the upper hand on you, the boss. You tell them come and open the store at a certain time, they're not there. Next day, they're late. Wouldn't sooner or later you want to fire them?
Yeah. Unfortunately, but that power is not there anymore.
No.
In sports.
They have ruined what they've done. Not only ruined the game, in my opinion, they ruined the kids because that's not real life. And they're going to run through that money. The ones that won't show up to meetings, the ones that want to transfer every other day, they're going to go through that money so quickly, and all their little buddies and family members are going to take a chunk of that money, and they're going to be on the streets one day. They'll never get that college degree because they lack self-discipline. What I learned in playing college football, sacrifice, discipline, commitment, and loyalty. The things I learned there, you can't learn in the classroom what you learn on this football field. I believe that. I think it's the greatest thing ever happened to me is go play for the guys I played for. I never quit. I never give in. And if I'm going to fight you, you're going to have to kill me. I mean, that's what they brainwash you to do certain things. They made us think we could do anything. The winter workers I went through there, they copied what Coach Bryant did to people. They did. Right. They had us do the same thing Alabama did. When he came to Alabama, what he did to Kentucky and A&M. And when we were 2-9 my freshman year, they tried to run off everybody, and they did about half the team. But the ones that stayed were pretty successful in life and on that football field. Glenn, am I wrong on any of this stuff?
Well, no. Here's the thing that bothers me, and I heard John Calipari say it the other night. Okay, I know they get a lot of money, but if they don't do anything with it, say they don't graduate from college, they keep moving around. How are they going to graduate?
They're not.
Yeah, and the other thing is, once you run out of that money and you don't, like I said, don't have a plan. Once you leave, that's over. You're going to have to find something to do, and it's not going to be the same thing you would do if you had a degree. So.
Is there any argument for the fact that the NCAA makes so much money, and these are poor kids sometimes, and money is, we know what it is, important to live, and these families maybe some of them have been poor.
You make it a great point, and Spurrier they laughed at Coach Spurrier. This was back when he was at Florida. He went and had a meeting, as he's the one they do in Destin. He said, look, we got to give money to these players. I don't know how much. They got to get some money. We're making big money. Right. The school's making big money. They deserve what we're giving them with a scholarship. They took what did we get, $15 back in the day to wash the clothes? Well, they took that away from them. They weren't getting anything. Right. They wouldn't get anything. We used to get our tickets. We'd play Alabama, Auburn, Florida, Florida State, or Ole Miss, or Mississippi State. I sold our tickets and made good money. I sold them for a lot. Yep. You made your money selling your tickets. They took that away from you. So there's no way to make any money for the players. And that's the reason it was out in Cal. I think it was Cal. Yeah. I think it was that school where a couple guys got together and said, we're going to sue them. This isn't right. And it started snowballing. Now where we're at. If they listened to Spurrier way back then and would have paid somebody, I don't know, maybe $10,000 a kid, and you think that's not really a lot of money, what they're making, what they're bringing in. That might have solved this. We might not be in the mess we're in right now because there's nobody in charge. There's no rules. It's the wild, wild west, and something has got to change.
Well, one of the things Barry Switzer got, they got him in trouble. He got fired for us. One of his kids' parents got real sick, and he gave him money for the plane ticket because he couldn't get home any other way. Or he gave him a ride. They'd be, how cold it is in Oklahoma. they'd be walking to campus with no jacket on.
That's true. It didn't help, though, in the dorm when they were shooting up and killing people.
Well, yeah, but that's
raping people. That didn't help either.
No, but I'm just saying that little things like
no, you're right. You're right.
It's Burt. The Burt Reynolds Hall.
Yeah.
They took them out of there, said you can't stand in the halls because you can't have the athletic dorms because other students don't get that.
Yeah.
So now they're everywhere. They're all.
But other students don't bring in millions of dollars to the university.
Yeah.
The basketball team, the football team do.
We talked about a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about the amount of revenue that the University of Alabama brought in through football was like $219 million, and that was just the football itself, and then merchandise based off of the football stuff was another 200 and something million. It was over $400 million, and it didn't get into concessions and all this other
Parking,
stuff that was bringing in for the university. So it's one of those, the only way they're going to be able to control it is they're going to have to put some type of cap on what a player can make. They've got going to violate antitrust.
Right.
It's going to have to go to a union.
I say it all the time. All you got to do, and they don't want to do this, they don't want to make employees, but all you got to do is do what another league that owns a day of the week, the NFL, they know what they're doing. We need to copy what they do. You got to hire them. You got to put it on a contract where they can't transfer out and transfer in, and you got to have it laid out, printed out in the contract. You do this, this, and this, you can be fired. You don't go to class. You don't play in the bowl games. You be late to practice. You can be fined, and if it builds up, you can be fired. We can solve all these problems, but the university, think about it. They really don't want to hire them as an employee. If I'm an English department teacher, and you hire me to pay maybe $100,000 to teach, yet you're paying a 17-year-old kid walking into school for the first time $1 million or $2 million, I might take that to court. There's a reason they don't want to make them employees.
Man, the university can only pay them so much, and the NIL is a completely different ball of wax.
If they did NIL right, like they do in the NFL, we wouldn't have these problems. When you take it away from the schools, they get an agent, he does the whole thing.
The NIL should not be in any shape, form, or fashion
we got to take a break.
Negotiated by the university.
Yeah, we got to take a break. We got to take a break. Let's talk about Vandy Roofing. I hate that when it says Vandy Roofing. Kyle can do anything. You want a building built.
General contract.
You want a house built. You want whatever you want, a farm, a barn, whatever. Kyle can do it. They design it. They build it, commercial, residential. They got big contracts with the government, with the school board. They're really good at what they do. Kyle Vandergrift, listening every Friday. Now, he's going to be out of town for a while. When he gets back in town, he'll be in here. I love Steve Burdishaw. Trying to get Steve to come on maybe Thursday. Steve Bike Shop on 23rd Street. You're looking for an electrical bike. Everybody's getting these electrical bikes. They're taking over the world. I like the old standard bikes myself. But if you want an electric bike, they got new and used. You got a bike that the tires stay flat and always breaking down. Take it to Steve's Bike Shop. You'll be glad you did. They've been in business since 1976. They're right across the street from Sam's on 23rd Street. Stevenson Air Condition #1, not even close. Patrick, what's the best way to get up with you? I want my yard like a golf course. I don't want any bugs in it. I don't want to be bitten by a spider. What can you do for me? How can I get up with you?
As you're scrolling Facebook, go to Turf Pro PC. Pull us up. It's got our contact information, email, phone number, everything. If you're not on Facebook, just dial these numbers, 850-890-5820. And if you can't remember that, when you see one of our trucks go by, just take a picture. It's all over it.
All right, we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is your spot for college basketball.
And it goes in at the buzzer. Got it!
Listen to select games from the LSU Tigers, Florida Gators, the Auburn Tigers, and the biggest games around the country play here.
Three-pointer, clutch of it. Oh, you saw that coming, Ram.
The most live college basketball in the Panhandle.
The game is over.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida and the ESPN Northwest Florida app.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Monday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 72 with a gentle breeze coming out of the south-southeast around 8 miles per hour. For tonight, mostly clear skies and a low near 59. Tomorrow, sunny and a high around 74. For Wednesday, sunshine and a high of 74. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, just west of Frankfurt Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
Discover Kia at Bill Bird Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia during the President's Day sales event going on now and drive away in a new Kia. Now offering 0% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Telluride. There are a few left on the lot, so stop by for a test drive. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. The road is yours. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. We'll give you the perfect peace of mind that you can trust. Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Telluride with $20.83 per month per $1,000 financed in 48 months. Quantities limited, no down payment required. Cannot combine with other finance offers. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers must take delivery from dealer stock through 3/2/26.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
They got something that money couldn't buy.
I was noticing when you come down the stairs that you've got pretty legs.
All right, I'll tell you a story without a happy ending.
Y'all following this?
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I'm gonna get back on this discipline thing. Matt, I grew up in Montgomery, Alabama. Went to Floyd Junior High School, played football first grade on, tackle football first grade on. They do that in Alabama. As soon as you get a bottle in your mouth, you get a football in your hand, you got to start playing tackle football.
Right.
Bear Bryant, Suge Jordan wanted that, so we all did that. At Floyd, we had a coach named Rick Rhodes. He was his first job, and we won a championship with him when he came there. What did he do in his career? He went on, won the national championship, when the head football coach at Troy. He coached offense lineup at Alabama. I loved Coach Rhodes. I loved him, respect him. Then I went to Lanier High School, played for Coach Joyner. Loved him. Lanier won 2 or 3 state championships in a row. We go play in front of 27,000 people on Friday nights. Not all games, but city games. Then we had transfers, went over to Carver with Coach Brock. Then Osama was Coach Collins at Southern Mississippi. Mac Brown was on the staff. The head football coach at Texas was on there. Jim Carney was our defensive coordinator. Pete Jenkins was the first defensive coordinator. But we all loved those coaches, respected those coaches. And when they would say something to you, you did it. Coach Rose back at Floyd, well, we were having Coach Garner, was like the AD, and Pat, his son, I grew up with him. There was some case of Cokes there, and they're getting ready to put the case of Cokes in the those bottled Cokes in the machine. Well, Pat, his son, me, and a couple guys, we grabbed a Coke. We opened the Coke, we drank it. Coach Rose finds out about it, calls us in his office. We had to bend over, touch our toes, and he beat us like to death with a paddle, with a baseball paddle. It was cutting, like a flat, beat our butts because we stole a $20, a $10 Coke or whatever it cost back then.
I always wonder what was wrong with you.
Yeah, well, I was thirsty. We were thirsty. Well, hell, past Daddy's in charge of the thing. I thought we'd be okay. They beat us like a drum. If you got a D, you got 1 lick. You got an F, you got 2 licks. So my butt was bleeding a couple times. Anyway, then you go to Lanier. Same thing there. You get in trouble, you got to go see the coaches. You're gonna get disciplined. You go to Southern Mississippi, you miss a meeting. You're late for bed check. Your room's not clean. You don't go to class. You'd be up at 5. I can't remember now. 5 or 6 in the morning.
Service.
They ran you for 1 solid hour. If you didn't throw up, you weren't getting off the field. And once I went through it one time. I said, I'll never do this again. Then I never did. Winter workouts were the hardest thing you've ever seen in your life. It was harder than 2-a-days. And then 2-a-days were tough. But they don't even have those anymore. The lack of discipline, the lack of a work ethic is going down the hill in this country in some ways.
Well, one of the things with the discipline, and it all falls back to the head coach. The head coach has to be consistent the entire time to enforce the discipline. If he varies for one player or something else, and I understand you got superstars that you got to grant a little bit, but you got to be consistent across the board.
Well, these guys I play for were, but what I'm getting at,
it's hard.
It's a different world now. Now, back then, you wanted to please the coach. You wanted to make them happy. You wanted to start. You wanted to play. And you didn't transfer out if you weren't playing. It was like, I'll never forget, your time will come. Know your role on this football team. Coach Collins said in front of the whole team, know your role. Your time will come. You just got to be prepared to play when your time comes. So that was it. And he said, always pull for the guy that's in front of you. So we did that. They brainwashed and believed in all that stuff. And it worked out. You played as a team. Everything was about the team. Now everything's about the individual. They can transfer out anytime they want. They want more money. They want this. They want that. So how can you discipline? How can that? I wonder about Alabama football this past year. I saw them quit against Florida State. I saw them quit against Michigan in a bowl game, not prepared at all. And Saban left because he knew what was coming. Now, is it because you went up there and watched them play when Scott Cochran was the strength coach at Alabama? You watched their winter workouts. It was incredible. You saw about it was like the old days when Bear Bryant was there. They kill them. They're working the hell out of those guys. I don't think you can do that anymore.
I think there's really only, in college football, one coach left.
Kirby's still doing it.
Well, that's the only coach I think that's out there that's still left. Dabo, maybe. But Kirby, I think, is the only one that is just a hard-nosed, my way or you're not here.
A good friend of mine is the head coach, and I guarantee you he's hard-nosed.
Hey, I know some of his coach. You're right. They're going to work the heck.
You got his shirt on today.
Yeah. And Mark Ivy, and Braun. But if they don't do it, Kirby's philosophy is you don't want to do it, go. Get out of here. If you don't want to be here at Georgia and do what we're going to do, then go. We're here to develop you to be the man, to be a winner in life, and to be a champion. If you don't want to be a champion,
Carson
go.
Beck. I mean, Mario Cristobal said, look what Carson Beck can do when he has good coaching.
Kind of the same thing he did at Georgia, right?
And Kirby had just told him before that, he said he had one of his players behind Chris and said, look, that kind of worries me. Don't get too close to him. Yeah, that was cool. But seriously, I don't see how you can discipline him anymore. And I don't think they push him as hard. I know Alabama, they don't push him hard as they have, because thinking the guy's just going to leave. And they can.
Well, the biggest thing the NCAA could do is they could shut down the amount of times a player can transfer and then change the windows of when they can transfer. If you're able to do that, then
you got to hire him. You got to put him under contract.
Well, if a kid can only transfer, say, twice his entire career,
there was a rule that you could only transfer like that, and so you had to sit out a year, and then that blew up. That went away.
If they could do that, then you could control the NIL because you can say, hey, you can't. If you transfer, you're not going to get NIL at the next school because you're not playing.
I think they're talking about that.
They keep talking about everything, but they haven't done anything. The NIL is like they do in the NFL. It's not the coaches setting up and telling boosters, look, go get this guy. This is the guy we got to have. This is where the NIL money's got to go to. In the NFL, if Coke sees a great football player, give me a name. Who's a great football player? Manning. They see Manning out there. Okay, we're going to give you $1 million. You're going to do Coke commercials. They have all the other players. They don't get that. The great players do. That's not. Yeah, you're right. It's used for recruiting and recruiting only. They're buying teams. We all know it. And that's the problem. If they hire them as an employee and they go, look, the universities are out of NIL, that's going to be for the agent and the player only. And if the coaches get involved by telling some of their boosters that own a huge business to do that, then they should be penalized. But you know and I know they're going to do it.
If the NCAA went out and eliminated the collectives, because even at Florida State, I mean, I'm a booster. I get things, hey, donate to this, donate to that. This is how we can recruit players, and it's like, it's not a true NIL. Name, image, likeness. We're going to give you this amount because you came here.
Right. But, and then they had some people charged to go visit to transfer.
It's going to be $20 million they're going to use for their to pay the team $20 million across the board. Now, I think what they should do, you get somebody as a freshman, you get so much money as a sophomore, junior, and senior. Not by starter, but by the year you're there. Man, we're getting one by fast today. I want to talk to you about something. I know an old man that needs some help. You mentioned 3 things. I know he needs some help in all 3 of those areas. How can they get up with you? And tell everybody out there again what you can do for them.
Okay, I'm fortunate enough to be an MD, and I have a practice called Thrive Alternative Medicine. We have a nice website that you can go to and look us up. And we do mental health counseling. We provide medical marijuana cards for patients who want a more natural-based way of being treated. And also sexual wellness and more with an M-Cella machine and treating incontinence, leaking of urine.
There you go. All right, we're out. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Good job.
Thanks.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.